With me now is Craig Haley of Stats Performing the Analyst. Craig, Big Sky Conference play officially kicks off this weekend. There have been some exciting non-conference games for lots of Big Sky schools. Who has impressed you the most thus far?
Wow, Megan. I mean, 6 teams in the top 25 poll. I mean, there's a lot of candidates. I would have to say Idaho, of course. I mean, you can make a case that they're the number 1 team in the nation just because of the results they've had against their opponents. 2 FBS games, an FBS win. They're the only FCS team to have 2 top 25 wins, UAlbany and Abilene Christian. I mean, definitely the Vandals for the most impressive.
We'll start with offense. Who would be your Big Sky offensive player of the first 4 games?
Eli Gilman has been lights out, 10 yards a carry, leads the nation in that. Efton Chisholm at Eastern Washington's, probably the best receiver in the nation. But Lan Larison just stands out to me, just his versatility in the way he makes defenses just concentrate at all times on him. He'd be my pick right now.
Defensively, you were just raving about the Idaho defense, but if you had to pick one player in the Big Sky, not necessarily a Vandal, who would you pick for defensive MVP in non-conference play?
Well, it would be a Vandal. Megan, I'd probably go, Keyshawn James Newby. All those sacks. I mean, 7 sacks leads the conference. All the yards he forces teams backwards. Forced fumbles in the FBS games. Definitely James Newby. I just think he's been a difference maker on a defense with standouts all around.
Let's pick some games for the Big Sky. We'll start with number 8 Montana heading to Cheney to face Eastern Washington. Who are you taking in this game?
Well, it's the 50th meeting with Eastern Washington, and Montana certainly leads the series decisively, but they haven't won on the red turf. I mean, 6 attempts. And that includes that 2010 game, which is the unveiling of the red turf at Eastern Washington. I'd have to think that the Grizz get it done here, but boy, the Eagles just, get ready for this game. So I think it could be a track meet. I think the Grizz kind of gets it done.
Moving on to 10th ranked Sac State. The defense has not allowed a point. Since the 4th quarter of their week 2 matchup with Fresno State, they're heading to NAU to face a Lumberjack team that has looked pretty good through the first 4 weeks. Who are you taking in that one?
That's a phenomenal stat to be able to do that. I think you have to like Sac State here. Sacramento State's on a roll with their defense, and I think you have to like them getting it done here.
Finally, it is our game of the week. It is the Stats Perform FCS National Game of the Week. Idaho Vandals heading down to UC Davis for that top 25 matchup. Craig, who are you taking?
I think this game has led up to being the one for UC Davis at home. I mean, obviously they set that attendance record at the stadium last week. Somehow, I think UC Davis gets it done, even though it's a risky pick because Idaho has just been, as I said, maybe the best team in the FCS.
Craig, we will see. I am so excited for that game. And of course, you'll be back mid-season for FCS All In mid-season show. Can't wait to talk more FCS football with you then.